Hello there, welcome to the shop. I'm Adam, still, as always. So, last video I was showing off my new to me WJ, and for this last week or so I have been working on it a little bit, doing a little bit here and there between, riding my motorcycle, because it is nice here. It is clear skies. It's no more smoky haze, and yeah, it's just been like perfect for motorcycle riding. And then of course there's watching SpaceX launch for civilians, for regular, quote unquote regular people into space, and playing video games, of course. Yeah. But when I wasn't doing any of that, I was doing that. It doesn't really look like a whole lot, but it has been a little bit of a challenge working on this thing. So I found a big reason of why it was, so inexpensive. So here, let me show you. Yeah, pretty much the whole Jeep. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to me. I'm used to West Coast vehicles. It's more specifically, I'm used to Southern Oregon vehicles. Like my Brat here. My 1982 Brat, which is 20 years older than the Jeep. It looks like this. Even in areas where I've bounced off of rocks and knocked all the paint off, that's still. So that's what vehicles are like here in Southern Oregon. But crawling under this thing, I was like, holy crap balls, look at that. That's like some Midwest action right there. So yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge tearing this thing apart, because it's been like falling apart. Like, these are the spring perches for the top of the axle. Yeah, that's came from right there. So I'm probably gonna end up having to do some rebuilding to this axle to get it to work. But it's been a lot. This has been a lot of soaking it in penetrating oil and utilizing the torch and the impact, and some stuff has just been cut it, because that's how bad a lot of these fasteners are. I'm just cutting them off. And then there was the lovely challenge of the good old pitman arm. I think anyone that's removed a pitman arm before knows my pain, except this was a rusted on pitman arm, so it was even more of a challenge. And then there's the part where my GoPro is, I don't know what it is. It's a GoPro 8, so it's like 2 generations old, but it like keeps eating SD cards. So I'll use the camera, I'll film a couple hours of stuff, and then I'll go plug it into the computer to offload it, and it gives me file corruption error. It's like, I don't understand it. This has happened to 2 SD cards now. I'm on my 3rd one. Hopefully this works, because this is also my 3rd intro that I've done. Fingers crossed. At a minimum, I want to do weekly updates on how well this is going, which is kind of slow at the moment. Hopefully once we get the Jeep stripped and get the bare husk that's left over out of here, wherever it's going to end up going. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get to it. But once that is done and out of the way, then we can actually pull the Brat out of the corner there and start putting all this stuff into it. Actually, no, that's kind of a misnomer. First, we've got to strip everything that's in the Brat out, and then we can start putting it in. Because we gotta remove all the independent front suspension that's still up there, all the rest of the stuff that I've built trying to make the independent front suspension work. And then we've got to remove the rear axle with the leaf springs and whatnot. Because I'm going to try and go with the 4-link that the Jeep uses. If I can stay with the 4-link, that'd be pretty awesome, because A, it's got pretty nice articulation, which is what I want in an off-road rig, nice articulation. And it's it's a lot more tunable. You can only do so much with leaf springs. You can do more with a multi-link. So we'll at least start with the regular Jeep stuff that's in there, provided it's not rusted out too badly. I still got to get it out there and look at the links and make sure everything is at least usable, and then we can go from there. Of course, that means a whole lot of like re-engineering of the Nissan, because it was never designed to you know, it was never designed to have a solid axle on the front end, and it's definitely not designed to have a multi-link straight axle. So it's going to be a challenge. Should be fun though. Should be fairly fun. Fingers crossed, hopefully. So my goal for today is to get the 30 out of the front end. Once that is out, then we can start working on the back. I've got an idea. I'm thinking I'm gonna take some, I'm gonna go get a 4x4. So, you know, take a 4x4 like this guy right here, and I think I can bolt this to the bottom of the frame rails, and then I've got the little wheel dollies. You know, the little dollies that you put under the wheel of a car to move it around if it's not mobile. I've got some of those, so I think if I take these and bolt it to the frame rails and then set these on the wheel dollies, then I can at least move the Jeep around, and then when somebody comes to take it away, you know, they can yard it onto their trailer or their rollback or whatever comes to take it away, roll it on, jack it up, take the wheel dollies out so I get my wheel dollies back, and then they'll have, you know, wood on their deck, so it'll be easier to offload without messing up whatever it is that comes and gets it. So, you know, I'd like to be courteous to other people. So I think that's my course of action. Actually, I don't need to get a 4x4. I have one right here. Awesome, that's cool. So yeah, we'll cut out some chunks of 4x4 to act as skids, and then under the skids we'll put the so yeah, we got these guys. So those will go underneath the skid. And then, so I'm thinking about once I get the front axle out, I will drop it down onto the skids, and then we can spin it 180 so that the back end is pointed uphill, and then get everything out of the back end. Because we gotta get the rear axle and at least the fuel tank. So those are the two things that I want the most from the other end. So yeah, let's get this front axle out of here. Alrighty, well there we go. That polishes off week 1. And then going into week 2, we'll get this thing on the ground, flipped around, and get that rear axle out from underneath of it. Rear axle, fuel tank, and then front seats and any other bits and bobs that I might want to keep off of it. So this is my rudimentary plan. I may end up reinforcing this. Probably add some steel into the mix, but yeah, that's the start. I have these skids here, reinforce it, and then we're gonna set those down on the dollies, and then I'll be able to roll this end around. So then I'll probably have to enlist my Mongo to come over. But yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult to put this end on the ground and then just swing it around like a 180 it, and then back the back end up, and then do the same thing on the back of it, and whoever I find to come take away the empty husk. It's not an empty husk. I mean, whoever wants to take this thing away, they get some out of it. They get a good 4.0 and 4-speed transmission. I may or may not keep the transfer case. I don't know. That's still kind of up in the air. Yeah. Things are moving. Things are going. I'm happy. And I'll get into week 2 tomorrow. So until then, if you're new to the channel, you want to see more of this project and how it turns out, you want to see what a Brat looks like on 33s with straight axles, then hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Keep up to date on what's going on here. And for everybody that's been subscribed and all the new subscribers, I thank you so much for the support, and we're really close to that magic 1,000 subscriber number that'll allow me to do so much more with the channel. So until next time, stay safe, have fun, peace.